Hello! I'm back. A little bit early, a couple minutes early. I'm just so keen. It's off already. Thanks once again for joining me for another jaunt down memory lane where we delve deep into Spong's vaults on video games, of which there are thousands, maybe millions, probably. And yeah, it's come on. I'm streaming now. Come on. Yeah, so this is Ridge Racer 64 for the N64, released in the year 2000, developed by Nintendo themselves for the N64. I'm playing this on my original N64. Let's just get the game box. Here it is, which I bought originally way back in the day. Yes, I did buy original. I don't remember buying it full price though. It is a but the box is pristine. It's only 16 years old. But what's also interesting about this game is that it's released at a time when it's towards the end of the Nintendo 64's life. And it's all. But having said that, it doesn't seem to need the memory expansion. So it's just running on regular 64. But it does support 4-player split screen and the Rumble Pack. Just make out a little icon for that there. And yeah, there it is. There's the N64. I'm using my Rumble Pack again. The one I got originally. This is my original N64. I've had it for 16 years. No, longer than that. Since '98, I've had this thing. It's still going strong. That's the thing about N64 is just they just don't die, which is a great thing. So where was I? So yeah, I'm really excited to play this game. It's one of my favourites. I've been playing it a lot recently, and also historically. It's not my favourite Ridge Racer, but I'd say that would be Ridge Racer on a PSP. That's my favourite Ridge Racer. I just couldn't stop playing that game. And it's quite interesting that some aspects of that game are sort of infused into this, which is highly surprising. It's kind of contemporary. But what is very interesting is that these tracks are taken from two Ridge Racer games from PlayStation, namely Ridge Racer Revolution and Rage Racer. There's also some unique tracks to this game, which were designed by Nintendo. So just to be clear, although Namco licensed this thing, they didn't develop it. It's actually made completely by Nintendo. It's even got Nintendo logo on it. And I'm actually, just to be clear, I'm playing the PAL version of the game. So let's shut up and play it. Yeah, let's do that. Before I do that, we'll talk about the joystick a bit. So you can steer by this or the analog. I found the D-pad works. Pretty good for steering. Not quite as good as the analog, obviously, but it does. Because Ridge Racer being what it is, which is ultimately an arcade game, it lends itself to not finesse. It doesn't really like big finesse. This isn't Gran Turismo. I believe there was a Gran Turismo-like game released with the N64. I might be wrong. I don't remember any. So without me moving on, so I'm going to carry on. The yellow button's to use the camera, and I generally play with third-person view, and I'll explain why in a minute. But let's just, I could load a previous save, but I won't. I'm just going to dive straight in, go to Grand Prix, and start opening the game up as one would normally do when you're playing it. So there's 3 stages: Revolution, Renegade. So Renegade are the tracks that Nintendo developed. They're nothing like any other Ridge Racer tracks at all. At least not at the time, contemporary, not year 2000. I think they may have reappeared in Ridge Racer 6 and 7 on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 later on. But I might actually do those games later on in this series. I mean, I think there's thousands and thousands of games in Spong Vault. It's huge, and I'll probably pick it up. So let's just choose this one. Now, these are the different cars you get from the outset. Again, I've seen a lot more cars, and you see how many pips there are. There are loads and loads and loads of cars. But I'm going to just go through each one briefly. Let's have a look. So the first one is an all-rounder. Got good speed. It does everything, and I probably will race with this one. This one's really got good handling, not so great speed and poor acceleration, but you don't have to slide around so much. This one has awesome acceleration and there's zero grip. This is just drift heavy, which I can't stand. Can't do drifting. I'm not very good at it. And this one is a little bit faster. So what I tend to do when I'm playing Ridge Racer, and I'm bad, by the way. I'm very, very bad at Ridge Racer. So if you probably watch it putting them with teeth out. Trying to watch this anyway. Teeth out, hair out. So anyway, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to change the colour to blue. I like blue, deep blue. I'm going to go to auto because that's I'm a coward. And so I'm going to change the camera to third person. What? Is this Ridge Racer?
3, 2, 1, go! Alright, this is going to be a
It's pretty smooth as a game. Pretty smooth, I find.
2 laps to go.
Oh. You don't use brake a lot in racing, by the way. On. He says as he just uses brake. This corner is always annoyed me. Never been able to do it. Come on. Some of the collision detection, the hitboxes are just terrible in this game. They judge around all over the place, as you can probably tell. Helicopter, obligatory helicopter. Some techie things. You notice my voice is a bit different this time before because I've changed the microphone. I was using the snowball before, which is fine. I had it on the desk. It's a bit echoey. So I got this. I got my old sort of clip-on. The driving the driving the 4 first track, just to ease you into it gently. So yeah, so I've got this clip-on microphone thing instead, which is perfect. I'm not echoing all over the place. I need to get first, by the way. This track. Yes, I have in my sights. That's not come off. I could kill it, but no. It's not a bad car. This isn't a bad car. It's not great either. Final quarter. Not a long track, it's a classic though.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
Not the fastest car either, but again it just eases you in gently into the net.
Yeah, it's a new record.
Yay! I did it. Also, it's a tradition with these shows, which only last about an hour. I only stream for an hour and I record for an hour. I reveal the next game, which I'm going to be featuring, and I'm very, very happy about this choice that I discovered around the back of the cupboard on level 7 of the vaults. I didn't know we had it. Of course we do, because it's Spong. We have all of the games, all of them. I can reveal to you now it's an Omega CD. Look at that. Come back to it. I'll reveal it all. I have the box of the game right there. Nice replay. I thought we'll just watch the replay a little bit. It's not a bad looking game. I mean, yes, there are. You see, the corners aren't very smooth. It's all very, angled, but it's not a bad looking game. That's what I'm saying. So let's carry on to the next race. Yeah, I am the champion. Change course. Go to this one now. Notice how there's the flow around which way around you go, because you can do reverse and stuff like that. I'll stick with this car. Why not? It's working so far. Stick with the blue. Clearly it's working, and auto because I'm rubbish.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm doing first person. I can't do that. No. There are 2 camera views. Or 3 camera views. I don't know, really. I can't. It's Rig Racer. I can only drive first person on Rig Racer. Not in simulation games. I mean, I'm playing a lot of Drive Club VR and the PSVR, and I clearly that doesn't really work unless it's first person. That's something. Forza only play. Forza only play. First person as well. No dashboard. It's quite fun. Some of those jumps in this track allow you to jump over cars, which is really cool. There's some tracks later on I just Oh, shut off. I should have got to 6 by now. But I'm disappointed with myself. It wouldn't get out of my way. That car wouldn't get out of my way. There you go. That's not good. Sound in this game is incredible, I've got to say. The directional sound, really advanced stuff. And it's coming from a cartridge. It's just so good. So it's not quite CD audio. Lee? I'm wrong, man. It can't be CD audio. It's different. Go away. Oh, it's really pissing me off. Go away. Oh, please psych me out. I'm going to lose this, aren't I? Embarrassing. Only the second track. I was not bad at this thing. I need to be at least 6 at this point. That car's going to be my nemesis. He needs to go away. Break that. Fallen tree. There's Horizon. 1 and 2 are right in front of me. That's great. Oh, it's done us around a lot. By the way, Rumble's still working. I can feel it every time I hit things and full on rumbling as it's supposed to. Nintendo was the first one to do it. Think they were? Yes. I did it. Yes. I'm very excited. He does get very excited. I won't do the replay. That was terrible. That was just a poor. It's very change. So let's. Now what happens after this is there's the next sort of stage 2, 3, 4. In order to get those stages or to complete those stages, you need to have better cards. You have to race against other cards. I'm going to stick with him. I like this card. Oh, ridiculous. Bad start. Bad start. Now, in the 360 games, and sorry, which way to 67, you have to sort of rev up just before you reach the red, and then you get a superstar. Now, I don't think it exists in this game. I might, again, be wrong. I'll have to pick it up. Oh, I'm there. So, this is one of the, this is the place of revenge. So, this is a Renegade. So, this is one of the desert tracks, which is Nintendo. Specifically for this game. Maybe to show off the because they do look a lot nicer. They're much more interesting. Much more colourful than what Namco did with Ridge Racer and the original this game. And I might do those actually in another stream later on, but I'm not going to do it soon after this. By the way, my next game is not a driving game by any stretch of imagination. In any way, it's not even remotely related to driving at all. Something weird going on in that corner. Do you know what I mean? It's really colourful, it's really bright, it's got lovely blue skies, and I don't know, it's just slightly better. I think it's just Nintendo trying to show off the N64. So I blame them. So after this, we'll be doing head-to-head sort of car challenge sort of thing, trying to win at other cars. And then when I win those cars, I use those cars in the next stages. That's basically the cycle of Ridge Racer. I am using the analog stick at the moment. I might go to the D-pad for a race or two just to see if it gets any better. The wrong way. That's bad. I can't do that corner. I can't do that corner. That corner's really tricky. I might have to brake for it next time. Well, it isn't it? That's what I want to do. That's kind of two. This is kind of one. I can take this guy, and I just did. Now, he said I'm in the lead, so I reacted. Always like the commentary on Ridge Racer, it's just so cheesy. Last stretch. Ooh, what a stretch to me. Here we go. Nailed it. Annihilated the opposition.
You did it! You're the champion!
watch a replay? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a little bit. Yeah, let's watch a little bit. I am conscious I haven't done many computer games. I've done one computer game so far. That was on the Victoria as a first stream, and even that wasn't very good. Next time I'll be doing, we might reprise that, because I'd love to do those again, because it was a bit jet-packing for me. The technology and the devices I was using weren't quite working as well as I'd like. I could do it again, do it way better. But I'm looking at Amiga games coming up, I think. There's a couple that I'd like to show off. Maybe even an Atari ST, that would be fun. And also I need to get back into Spectrum as well. Halls of Things isn't really a great game to demonstrate, or indeed technology. That stream is terrible. Again, but me just learning how to stream. But just looking at this, you see what I mean by the graphics and it's a little bit brighter, a little bit more engaging. These tracks, these desert tracks that Nintendo developed for the game for their consoles. It's a little bit more interesting. It's also interesting how Nintendo made this game for their console, licensed it from Namco rather than getting Namco to do it for them, as if they didn't trust them. It's strange. Anyway, let's move on.
Congratulations! You've won the stage!
Won the stage.
You've won a trophy!
At this point, if it was a 360 or a PS3 or whatever, I'll just get a trophy. Bling. No, this is in times when there were no trophies, unless actual ones in the game, like this one. Yes, wait first.
The stage is clear. Now let's go after some new cars.
You've got to get these 3 cars. Now I'm actually going to go for the pink Mappy first, because that's the one I'm likely going to use. I'm going to go for the other 2 as well, but I'm going to go for the pink Mappy first. That's the one on the far left. I don't want to save my current progress because it's still a card track. Because there's no point, because I've already done this on the previous save, so I'll just keep going. Keep going. But you can save onto this cartridge, and I'm going to use this to fight against it. Stick with the blue, because I like the blue shade. Yeah, I think I did do the super start then. Because he says something like, all right, it'll be a great race, which means I did a super start. The only destructible scenery in Ridge Racer are those signs. The only destructible freaking scenery. There's no slipstreaming either. It's not that advanced, everyone. Don't get excited. Yeah, no, because I overegged it. It's terrible. I'm far too relaxed. I might screw this up. How embarrassing is that? Should have broke. Anyway. Well, one Ridge Racer game I will not be covering in this show is Ridge Racer 5. Now why? Well, I've only got the PAL version of Ridge Racer 5. Ridge Racer 5 PAL version is an atrocity. It's an abomination. Oh, it's a bit strong. But it's a terrible game because it's really, really slow. It's one of the last poor PAL conversions that were ever released for that generation of the machines, i.e. the PS2 and N64, and yeah, and of course the Dreamcast. Yes, the Dreamcast fixed the PAL problem. It fixed it all. They released games on 60 Hz, and that stopped it all. All the PAL problems went away. But up until then, PAL games were pretty slow. This one is probably slightly slower than the NTSC version. But for that, I apologise.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going. Yeah, it's a new record. You did it! You're the champion!
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. I mean, no opening sort of stretches me, but you noticed the couple of corners towards the end, they were bad. Not bad. I managed to control my speed relatively well. These cars don't feel like real cars. Then again, this is Ridge Racer, so they wouldn't. So they feel like the boxes rolling around the track. Technically they are, but they just feel like actual boxes, and it's not particularly convincing. Yeah, that's not one of my proudest moments. This one particularly here, this car here, just coming up, I just sort of just ran into the side of the corner. I'm not even trying at that point. This is terrible. So anyway, let's just carry on. It was a bit embarrassing to watch that again. But I did it. I got the car.
Great
I now
driving.
got the.
Another car for your
This is a good car. This is the one I'll probably be using in the next stage. But I'm going to complete this save. No, I don't need to save it. Go away. I'm going to do another car attack. Not this one because I've already see the gold one there. It says yay, go you, Chris. You did it. I feel vindicated. Or vindicated. It's late. Leave me alone. Long day. I'm going to use this again. There we go. Or should I? No, I'll go back. I've got an idea. Maybe I'll just use Mappy. Yeah, use the pink Mappy. I just won it. Why wouldn't I use this against it? Now, the danger is I've got used to the other car, so I'm probably going to screw this one up. But who knows? Who dares to dream? Oh, we're coming up to the half-hour point on the show, which means I'll reveal who the next game is. I will do this after this race. Because I need to have my hands free, because I have the box here. Of the game. I didn't do a super start then. And why am I in first person? Did you see that? Did you see me control that corner on my new car? He landed on me. I did overtake him pretty quick. No, really I can't. Thank you for reminding me that I am indeed in the lead. Yeah, I slowed down too much and I deserve that. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Might have to redo it. It's annoying because I don't want this car. Oh, come on! And honestly, the clip detection in this game is terrible. My big bugbear with it is just... Yeah, I'm going to have to redo it. The clip detection is just awful. trying. I'm just responding and commentating. So my thumb slipped off the joystick thingy. It did. Oh! Oh, come on! The hit detection box is terrible. Terrible, terrible! You're meant to slip past them, but you can't. The box is way bigger than you are. It's really frustrating.
Not bad, but
I can do better.
Give it another shot.
Alright, while the replay's going, let's talk about the next game. Very briefly. It is. I can now reveal. It is, in fact, Slipheed on the Mega CD. There it is. It's a game I bought about 2 years ago, maybe 18 months, 2 years, at an expo. I played it there. It's a it's a shmup in a traditional sense, in part. The difference being is that rather than up and down or left and right, it's 3D just behind the ship. So you're flying, so you have, it's incredible. Well, I like it anyway. So that's on the Mega CD. We're playing on that. Not only, so just to be clear, the Mega CD is that one, that Mega CD with the 32X, which won't be using because it's just a Mega CD game. But yes, very excited. That will be this time next week on the 27th of November. I will be playing Slipheed, so do tune in for that. Whereas rather than driving, it will be shooty nonsense, and me being inept at that too. Yeah. Again. Should we do this again? Should we try this again? Let's try this again. I can do better. Yeah. I did a super thing. Oh no, I got distracted by something. Not good. I need to focus more. I know it happens all the time when I say, oh, I need to focus more, and then I don't. Ah! It's like a mental block. I did that cornering not bad. Cornering was pretty good. Give me that. Oh, really ahead of this creature. Clearly don't have him in my sights. No. Oh, one thing I do need to show you guys is the settings. There's some interesting settings in this game. Maybe give a hint about what its future of this game holds. I don't know. But I'll put that up there. trying to get. Can't beat him. Can't beat him.
It's the final lap. Make your best.
Yes, I am cutting him up. I'm desperate. Very aggressive driving from me, I know. But I had to. I know, it's unfair. I know, it's unsportsmanlike. I'm sorry. What was that? It's Ridge Racer. It's a stupid arcade game. Well, not stupid. It is an arcade game. And you have to respect.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
He's going to overtake me with that terrible, terrible cornering.
Yeah, it's a new record.
That was a bit tense.
You did it. You're the champion.
I don't want to watch that again. Because I want to show you the next stages.
Congratulations. That car is yours.
It is indeed mine. No, I don't need to. It's alright. So, I've got this one. And I'm going to go for this one. I might change the car. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the car because it's a little bit faster. And this next one, all blue. So I like blue. This one, please.
Three, two, one, go! All right, this is going to be a great race.
Yeah, it's a good start.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm driving a car I'm not familiar with. Now you may think I'm cold. It's Ridge Racer. What do you mean? Oh, it's not as if it's Gran Turismo. It's not Gran Turismo. I've got to do that. But handling is very important with this. Whether it's a sliding car or a car with grip. And this car I'm racing against has a lot. Doesn't have a lot of track. It's a lot of grip. Does have a little bit more acceleration than I do. Trying to hug that corner a little bit too tightly. Oh. I get congratulated for the cornering, but then he overtakes me. It's not very fair. I know he is. I don't believe in brakes. Come on, Ridge Racer. Brakes are for wussies. And you overtaken me again. I made a lot of gains, lost it all because of bad driving. As is appropriate.
Come on, get going.
That's only fair. You know, you get punished for being an idiot.
You can take this guy. Great driving. Keep him in your rear view. Watch your back.
Directional sound in this game is really good. It's helping me a lot right now because I know exactly where that freaking car is right behind me. I know exactly where he is. So good. I did that in one try, I'm happy to say.
You did it! You're the champion! Congratulations! That car is yours!
It is indeed, but it's not a very good car. No. Okay, back to the Grand Prix. We can keep on going. I normally quit after about, I've got another 20 minutes left. So I'm going to keep on plowing our way with this awesome game. Should we? That's not a bad car, is it? I mean, this car's got really, really good acceleration and zero grip. This one is like better, so I'm going to stick with this one. Can't do any decals. It's not that complex.
Three, two, one, go!
Now, this is a regular race now, so we're back to the full grid. One thing that's always annoyed me about Ridge Racer is the
3 laps to go.
fact that you start at the back. What's that about? Why do you start at the back? Fine, I get it. To earn your good tops, whatever it is. Needle on that one. One thing about this game is you mustn't get too close to the cars, because as has already been demonstrated, the hitbox is far, far larger than the cars themselves. You can't just slip by them. You have to be a good.
2 laps to go.
There needs to be air between you, which caused me to do that with that car. Oh dear, it's all gone wrong. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to recover from that. One thing about these later tracks, and the more advanced it gets, the more unforgiving the game becomes. See what I mean? See what I mean? Normally in the games I'll go past him, but no. Massive hitboxes, these cars. They're big, massive oblongs around a car-shaped thing. Other things that are different about this game and the later games. There's no nitrous boost, there's no slipstreaming, there's no special bonuses, nothing, nada, zip.
It's the final lap. Make it your best.
Miserable sod. If we were doing this race again, the looks of things. Oh well. Made some errors. One thing I've always noticed about this game is you've got to keep going. It's very tempting to hit the restart. It's very, very tempting to do it, but you've got to keep going. You do get better and better and better and better. But the first is way out in front. There he is. You've got to catch him. So I tried the D-pad. Let's try this race with the D-pad. See how it goes. So this side is a bit cold. Colder than this. Colder. Oh. Well, that's a bit rude. I'm going to try the D-pad now. See if I do any better. Probably not.
3, 2, 1, go!
Not a good start. Not a good start.
All right, this is going to be a great race. 3 laps to go.
It's a bit awkward. Gotta say, I'm not liking it at all. The D-pad. Not keen. Not keen. I'm not a fan. There might be a way to slide around that, but I have no idea how to do it. I haven't got the right car for it anyway. I know it's a very famous Rig Racer corner, that. Let it all go. There'd be an achievement in this game if it was on a later console. I'm actually getting worse. This is worse. D-pad is actually worse. Not a good idea. I shouldn't have switched to it, but I did it anyway. Just to demonstrate how awful it is. Oh, come on! Do that corner. No, keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta follow up on my my advice. Keep going. I am. Terrible. Plug it away. can do better, and I will do better. I'm now going to use the analog nubbin again. It's way, way better. Yeah, that's the sweet try. I believe in me. Should we change the music? Let's change the music to Ridge Racer.
3, 2, 1, go!
Speaking of Sega, I wasn't speaking of Sega, but I did speak about Sega early on. I do have a Saturn, so I will be playing some Saturn games on that on the stream as well. I'm doing first person. Let's do first person anyway. Show what it's like. I think the frame rate's slightly higher. I think it's slightly higher. Might be wrong though. Let's just stick to first person. What the hell? This is why I don't do first person in Ridge Racer, because I can't see anything. The bonus about first person though is you do get a better sense of speed. You also know where the other cars are around you. The question I don't often ask enough in these streams is, do the games I'm playing actually hold up to present day scrutiny? My view of Ridge Racer 64 is, for the most part, yes. This is actually an enjoyable arcade game. It requires a lot of skill to actually get anywhere with, which is fine. I don't have that skill yet, but I do know that once I get back into my muscle memory returns, I will actually be much better at it than I currently am. But it's a rewarding game. You feel this sense of accomplishment. You do get a lot of feedback from the game. The more we put in, the more we get out, kind of thing. It's all there. So yeah, I would say it does hold up. It is worthy people of their attention now. It's not the greatest Ridge Racer game, but an interesting imagination. That I think Ridge Racer 7, 6 and 7 are probably the best that have been released in recent years. What say recent years? That's 10 years old now. But yes, I'm well aware of on the second one. I'm freaking out. Oh. But yeah, the game really does hold up. It's really entertaining. I like it anyway. I can't see the first car. Can't see him. There he is. Right up there. I'm gonna. We've got about 8 minutes left before we quit the stream. I'm going to try it again with a different car. I'm going to try it with the one that's got the one I don't like driving, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oh god, I should have changed the car. I'm not going to change it. Obviously, I'm not going to change the car. So sorry. Should change the car. Should have read the screen. Read the screen. Read the screen, Chris. Read the screen. Stick with the first person view. I think you'll do better that time. Massive hitboxes still very much present. The iconic helicopters in Ridge Racer. Never really understood those. I mean, are they there to distract you? Are they there to do a bit of scenery? Clearly, they are there for scenery, but I think they're there to distract as well. Go away with your massive hitbox. See, there it is again! Oh! I must say I'm doing slightly better on first person, so I'm quite surprised at. So I made a discovery that I'm actually better driving first person, well, bonnet view, I should say. There he is. There's the first car. It will be mine. It will be mine. No, not that day.
Don't let them get away.
Thanks for the boost. That's something you have to do on Ridge Racer PSP. You actually have to use faster cars for them to ram you from behind. Steady on, steady on.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going. You're in the lead.
I think I've done it. I think I've done it, I've done it, I've done it! I'm a happy man. I think on that note,
You did it. You're the champion.
I am indeed, thank you, the champion, as you've just pointed out. Thank you very much for watching. It's been great. I really loved playing this game, Ridge Racer 64. Fantastic game. If you can get a hold of a copy or get access to it, do that. As you can see, I had a great time, and towards the end, you can see I actually got better and better. And a sense of accomplishment. It's so good, and that's why I love the Ridge Racer games. They are a guilty pleasure. They're not really racing games at all. They're kind of a strange arcade sort of thing. My biggest complaint is the hitboxes. Frame rate's great though. It's very smooth game, very sort of visually appealing, I think. Visually, audio's is fantastic as well. The audio, that's fantastic as well because the positioning is so good. You can actually hear the cars before you actually see them, which is perfect for a game like this. But that's it. As I say, next week we will be playing, or I will be playing, Slip Heed on the Mega CD PAL version, by the way. So we shall see how that pans out. I really like this game. It's one of my favourite Mega CD games. It's not there as Shining Force, of course, or Snatcher, because again, two games I do have. But I'll be focusing on this one next week. So do tune in next week. And until then, bye.